First, let's trace our hands. To trace your hand, put it down on the sheet of paper, put your left hand on the left side, hold it flat, make sure there's space between your fingers, and then just take your pencil straight up and down, right up against the side of your fingers, just like this. And if you have a ring on like me, it might make a little bump. There's my hand, there's my ring. Maybe I will just make my ring. Now I have to trace my right hand. This is gonna be harder because I'm right-handed, but I hold my pencil with my left hand, keep my right hand flat, a little bit of space between my fingers, and I just put the pencil right up against my hand, just like this. And there's my hands. Now we want to color it in like a rainbow. So first we get a red. Red is the first color in the rainbow, and I'm gonna color my little pinky finger red. The color of our fingers is gonna match up where we put them on the keyboard. Where the red finger goes, all those keys will be red. In the rainbow, what's after red? Do you remember that song we sang? Red and orange. So the next color is gonna be orange. And I'm gonna color my ring orange too. Red and orange, yellow. Next finger is yellow. Do you remember what comes after yellow? Red and orange, yellow, green. This one's gonna be green. And this is a little tricky. Our thumbs, they're gonna be gray because they only go on the space bar. So I'm gonna find a gray or a black is fine. And I'm gonna color my thumb. Black is easier to find in a crayon than gray. So I'm just gonna use black. Your thumb only goes to hit the space bar. So we're not gonna give it an actual color from the rainbow. Only our fingers. Red and orange, yellow, green, blue. Let's find a blue and color the pointer finger blue. Red and orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple's next. Can you find a purple? I'm having a hard time. Here's a purple. Purple is the last color in the rainbow, but if you remember, purple is divided into two types of purple. One is an indigo, that's sort of a bluish purple, and the other one is violet. Violet is sort of a reddish purple. Here's my violet, and actually, if you ever need to peel off some of the paper, you can do that. Red violet, put that right there. It's like a purple, but more red in it. And then let's do our pinky finger on the right, pink. Find a pink. Here we go. Perfect. Get all your fingers colored and then grab your keyboard and we'll match them with the fingers they go to. Okay, now let's look at our keyboard. When you're typing, you put your pointer fingers on the F and the J. This is the home row. So we want to think about what do we do with our left pinky finger. Our left pinky finger is red. first, let's color the letters that the red finger is on, starting with the letter A. Can you find the letter A? It's where your pinky finger goes on the home row. Now, if I have my pinky on the letter A, if I go to the upper row, what letter is right there? What is that letter? Can you look on your keyboard? It's a Q. Let's color the Q with red also. And then, what's underneath? What's that letter right under the A? It's a Z. Let's color the Z with red also. When you're typing, your left pinky will also hit the caps lock. Let's color the caps lock red. And the tab button, that's going to be red. And the two keys above that will also color red. This row up here, we don't really count that row because when you're typing, you don't use it that often. But for this purpose, let's do the escape key and F1 with red. Also, the shift right next to the letter Z is the shift button. If you want to make a letter a capital letter, instead of a lowercase, make it an uppercase, you gotta hit the shift button when you hit the letter. And then these three underneath, we're also gonna make red. This keyboard has an extra key for the command. Let's make that red too. Those are all the things you use your pinky for when you type. Now, our ring finger on our left hand. Our ring finger is gonna go right next to the A. What letter is right next to the A on the keyboard? S. Color the S orange. Now, what's right above the S? What letter is that? W. Let's color the W. And the number 2. Right above the 2, F2. Let's go under that home row. What's this letter right under the home row? X. That'll also be orange. Good. Get your yellow. If I'm on the home row, this is my middle finger on my left side. Ooh, I like that letter. Do you know what letter that is? It's a D, like Miss D. Color the D yellow. What's above the D? What's this letter? E. Color the E yellow. And what's right above the E? What number? 3. And above the 3 is the pound sign. Above the 2, what is that symbol? It means at. And above the 1, that's important, the exclamation point. What's right below the D? What's this letter? C. Color the C yellow. And of course the F3. Perfect. Now let's get green. What's this letter right here that my pointer finger's gonna go on? That's F. That's important because that's where you put your pointer finger. So you know you're on the home row. If you look at a real keyboard, there's a little bump underneath the F so that you know where to put it without having to look. Right next to the F, what's that letter? G is also gonna be green because you're also gonna put your pointer finger on the G. We're matching our fingers to the keys where they'll go. F, G. What's this letter above the F? R. What's this right next to the R? T. What numbers do we have next? What number is this? 4. Do you know what that symbol is above the 4? It's a $sign. Money. What is after 4? 5. Do you know what that symbol means? Percent. It's a percentage. And let's also do F4 and F5. And then if we come under the F, what's this letter under the F? V. Color that V. And right next to the V, B. All right, those are all the colors that you'll use for the fingers on your left hand. They match, so you'll know where your fingers go. And then what color did we make the thumb? It's black. This is called the space bar. You put a space in between your words. So when you're typing, you gotta hit the space bar after every single word. So your thumbs are busy on that space bar. Boop, 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 boop. Just like that. All right, let's look at our right hand. Our pointer finger on our right hand is blue. All the keys that we'll use with the blue, starting with the J. I also like the letter J because my name is Julie with a J. J will also have a bump on it, so you'll know that's where your pointer finger is gonna go. Right next to the J, H. Color that H blue. Boop, just like that. What's under the J? What letters do you see? N and M. We're gonna color N blue and M blue. Right above the J, what is that letter that looks like a happy face? It's a U. Color the U. And right there next to the U, Y. Color the Y blue also. And above them, what's this? 6 and 7. 6, F6 and F7. Perfect. Next is purple. Get your purple. What's right next to the J? That is a K. K is going to be purple. And this is your dark purple, your indigo. What's above that? That's kind of tricky because it looks like a lowercase L, but it's actually an I. It's the letter I. I will color the I with purple. And then what's above the I? What number is that? Right after 7, 8. Color that 8 and F8. Now what goes right here? That's where the comma is and the less than symbol. Color the comma purple. And that's it for purple. That's all your middle finger does on your right hand. Now, the violet. That violet color. What's this letter right next to the K? L. Above the L, O. Color the O with violet. What number is above the O? 9. And instead of going to 10, there's a 0. So O and 0 are going to be violet. What's this letter right next to the O? P. Right here, guys, let's color these little symbols with violet. The This one's violet. And F9. And the command on this side. Let's see. Oops, I made a mess up. This is supposed to be pink. All right, your little pinky finger is gonna be busy. The pinky finger is gonna color all the rest of these keys with the pink. This is what you'll use it for when you're typing. And I did make a mess up. These are pink too. Lots of pink because that pinky finger is busy. Oh, do you recognize what these symbols are? A plus sign and an equal sign. If you make a mistake when you're typing, this button is called delete. You can push it and it will erase the last things you did. These symbols here, pink, pink, and pink. This right here is a quotation mark. Enter. And there's that shift again. That's the button you push to make your letters uppercase. Good job, kiddos. So now we know where our fingers go.